Welcome back to Mega Quiz Channel. In this quiz there are 30 questions and answers about British history. Let's get straight into question 1. In which year did the Battle of Hastings take place? (1066). Question 2. Which English author wrote Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol? Charles Dickens. Question 3. In which year did the Great Fire of London take place? (1666). Question 4. Who was the first British Prime Minister? Sir Robert Walpole. Question 5. Who was the longest reigning British monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? Queen Victoria, who reigned for 63 years, 7 months and 2 days. Question 6. Who led the Norman conquest of England? William the Conqueror. Question 7. In which year did the Titanic sink? (1912). Question 8. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? Margaret Thatcher. Question 9. What is the name of the famous prehistoric monument located in Wiltshire, England? Stonehenge. Question 10. Which British scientist discovered penicillin? Alexander Fleming. Question 11. In which year did women first get the right to vote? (1918). Question 12. Who led the British Reformation and established the Church of England? King Henry VIII. Question 13. Who is the only British Prime Minister to have won the Nobel Prize for Literature? Winston Churchill. Question 14. Which iconic British ship was commanded by Admiral Lord Nelson during the Battle of Trafalgar? HMS Victory. Question 15. Who was the first English monarch from the House of Stuart? King James I. Question 16. Which document, signed in 1215, limited the power of the English monarch? The Magna Carta. Question 16. Who was the British monarch during the American Revolution? George III. Question 17. Which British author created the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes? Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Question 18. Which year did the Act of Union unite England and Scotland? 1707. Question 19. Who is the longest reigning male monarch in British history? King George III. Question 20. Who was the British Prime Minister during World War I? David Lloyd George. Question 21. Who wrote the novel Pride and Prejudice? Jane Austen. Question 22. Which British king abdicated the throne in 1936? King Edward VIII. Question 23. Which UK Prime Minister declared peace for our time in 1938? Neville Chamberlain. Question 24. What year did the UK formally leave the European Union? (2020). Question 25. Which British monarch was known as the Virgin Queen? Queen Elizabeth I. Question 26. Who was the architect responsible for rebuilding much of London after the Great Fire of 1666? Sir Christopher Wren. Question 27. Which king was the first to rule over both England and Scotland? King James I. Question 28. Which English queen reigned for only 9 days in 1553? Lady Jane Grey. Question 29. Which British scientist developed the theory of evolution by natural selection? Charles Darwin. Question 30. How many of his wives did King Henry VIII divorce? Two. Catherine of Aragon and Anne of Cleves. Thank you for watching. Let me know your score in the comments below and check out the UK trivia quiz linked in this video's description to continue testing your